Lately I've been doing a little bit of streaming on Twitch. Right now I'm going to see how it goes streaming on live on YouTube. Hopefully it'll go well. Hopefully nothing bad will happen. Maybe I'll explode and turn into a million little pieces. Hopefully that doesn't happen because I like being one singular piece though. It's nice wake up time, so we just got some nice wake up music while some people come in. We love it. Just a second ago, I was looking at these fucking things over here. There's these little spark your next great idea things that YouTube gives you to try and give you ideas for YouTube videos. And they're all terrible. They're all terrible, terrible, terrible. There's dozens of them, but I'm just going to go through 12 now. So, first let's look at the tags that they have. Let's look at these tags. Identity politics, cultural critique, anti-work philosophy, grassroots activism, ethical style, radical resistance, urban logistics, ethical style, mindful living, radical resistance. Just buzzwords. They're just throwing buzzwords at us. But that's not enough. So let's actually look into them a little bit. Honest conversation about navigating corporate spaces as a non-binary creator in LA. I don't navigate corporate spaces. I don't know why. This would be the first thing they recommend I do. I don't have a corporate job. I've talked about my work on this channel before. I've never had a corporate job. I've worked in retail, warehouses, food. That's pretty much it. But I don't know why they... And notice the wretched AI thumbnails on all of these. Notice the horrible fuck-ass AI thumbnails on all of these. Okay, next one. Apartment plant tour and reflections on finding gender euphoria through creative home styling. Again, they're just throwing words at the wall just to see what fucking sticks. I, as someone who is, genderqueer myself, I don't get how the hell putting plants around your apartment or your living space, which is a great idea, plants are great to live with, I don't get how that brings gender euphoria. It's a plant. It is the most agender thing that you could possibly be, is a plant. commuting through LA traffic while deconstructing the latest pop culture show award drama. Okay. So, what even would this be? Commuting through LA traffic, I've never had a car. I hope I never do, because they seem like terrible things to keep track of. Commuting through LA traffic, I don't commute through LA traffic. I take a bike, which is commuting through LA traffic, but I don't have to deal with LA traffic like Angelinos do. And this other half of the prompt, deconstructing the latest pop culture award show drama, I have no clue or care to know about the latest pop culture award show drama. The only award show I really give a shit about is the Streamer Awards. And I don't know what's been going on lately, the Oscars, the Emmys, whatever, the rigged Hollywood bullshit where they all jerk each other off. Alright, next in the shenanigans, what do they have in my recommendations? Driving to my volunteer shift while reviewing the new underground indie synth pop album. I don't understand how someone can review an album while driving. Driving should be done separately. Is a dangerous thing to do that you should not be not focused on the road, but instead focused on reviewing an underground indie synth pop album. If I want to review Going Going Gone by Hemlock Springs, I'm not gonna fucking turn the ignition and put in my fucking seatbelt before I do. I'm gonna do it here, or fuck, if I want to do it out in the world, I'll go to a park. I'd rather attach my phone to a Lime bike or a Lime scooter and review it that way, because even then that's safer than just be like, hey guys, how's it going? Let's talk about this new album. Oh my god, it was so inspirational, I love it. Like, that's not gonna be good for anybody. I'm gonna hit a baby. I'm gonna hit a baby, and I don't want to hit a baby. Why should the baby be hit? Oh my god, this one gives me such a fucking headache. Okay. Apartment Sunset Vlog discussing the liberation of choosing rest over constant capitalist productivity. This very rich of YouTube, owned by Google, owned by Alphabet, of all corporations to be recommending this to me. This is just the capitalists trying to sell us on the idea that being lazy is being radical. And that's not true. There's a time and place for everything. There's a time and place to be radical, and there's a time and place to be lazy. They are not the same. They do not mix. Just because you hate your fucking job does not mean that being lazy is being anti-work or being anti-capitalism or whatever. Casual backyard livestream discussing local anti-Zionist organizations and upcoming community volunteer events. Okay, this is like one of the lesser shitty ones they've given me. At least I'm not in a car this time. At least, a backyard or just, outdoor spaces in general are a decent area to discuss activism. Surprised that YouTube is pushing anti-Zionism, though. That's nice. I'm sure they don't see it as a legitimate threat, though, or else they wouldn't be doing it. Late Night Thrift Haul and Reflections on Personal Style as Gender Nonconforming Expression. No. Late Night Thrift Haul? What the hell are you... What is a late night thrift haul? The thrift stores that I go to, they close at like 7, 8 o'clock. They're not staying up late. I'm not going to 11 o'clock at night, going to fucking Goodwill, going out of the closet. Like, elevating the mundane to the radical, authentic aesthetic evolution, natural extension of informal vlogging. These are just buzzwords that an AI made by Google has thrown together, and they think it's going to be some sort of big, beautiful thing, but really it doesn't look like shit. Maybe someday. Maybe someday they'll make us decent shenanigans, but these are just shenanigans. Shenanigans. Ooh, my boyfriend sent me a selfie. Better send him one too. Handsome baby. Ah. I also don't like how these AI prompts are using LA against me. How dare they use my love of this city to try to butter me up and get under my wings or whatever. Okay. Walking through Echo Park, sharing thoughts on radical rest as political act. Again, this is just capitalists trying to sell you on the idea that being lazy is being political. Because what the fuck is radical rest? What the fuck is radical rest? What the fuck is that? Somebody please... Karl Marx is rolling over in his grave. Vladimir Lenin is up in heaven, thinking that he's in hell right now. And it's crazy that we're just like... Hey kids. You want to know what's real radical activism? Resting. The shit you do in between jobs, that's radical. Like, ma'am, miss, at least they got Echo Park. Echo Park is fine, at least. I'm not mad at Echo Park. I could never be mad at Echo Park. LA bus commute rant about the absurdity of recent Ticketmaster price hikes. Okay, but what does the bus have to do with fucking Ticketmaster prices? Also, can you imagine going on the bus and there's some fucking asshole there with a camera and a recording setup being like, "Hey guys, it's me. Today on my channel, we're going to be talking about the absurdity of recent ticket price master hikes. Oh, you know, just on the bus." And like everyone on the bus is just like trying to go to work, trying to get on with their day, trying to just, you know, relax for a few moments before they have to stand up and walk out and get on with their life. And they hear this annoying, obnoxious fucker who will not shut the fuck up about Ticketmaster price hikes. I would rather jump into a pool of bleach before embarrassing myself and causing such an antisocial incident like that. No, I have too much love for the passengers of the LA transit system to do that. Late night kitchen chat on the ethics of sustainable fashion and leftist aesthetics. Okay. A table is at least a better location than a bus or a car. No, why is YouTube recommending I do shit while I'm in transit? Why can't I just be sitting in a stationary location? Why do I gotta be in a car, on a bus? If you record a video on the bus and it's not about the bus, then you can go straight to hell. Straight to hell. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. Do not even collect 200 damn pennies. You can go straight to hell with that shit. But, you know, at least... I mean, I'm not the most fashionable person, so I don't know exactly how I could bring anything to the table regarding this conversation. I mean, I have my looks. I look okay. I shop at thrift stores. Well, what else are you gonna do, baby? What else are you gonna do? Rainy afternoon apartment blog about the intersection of neurodivergence and daily routine habit. First of all, it looks like a beautiful day back there. The sun is shining through into their apartment. Like, I don't know how this is a rainy afternoon. Also, I live in LA. Again, this thing clearly knows that I live in Los Angeles because it's giving me recommendations about Echo Park and the LA bus transit. So why is it recommending I do a rainy day apartment afternoon vlog? Like, where's the rain gonna come from? I wish it rained here, but it doesn't rain, bro. Like, you hear that? That's a helicopter from the Los Angeles Police Department. From the fucking pigs. That's the only thing in the sky right now. That, birds and clouds, that's it. Birds, clouds, pigs. That's it. There's no rain clouds. They don't exist here. Never has a rain cloud ever once existed in this city. Last one of these garbage recommendations that I'm going to look through before I move on with my day. Grocery shopping vlog exploring food sovereignty and supporting local LA cooperatives. Again, they know in LA, so I don't know why they're recommending anti-LA, things like the rainy stuff. But either way, why... Again, why is it recommending that I record a YouTube video in a place where it would be inappropriate to record a YouTube video? Imagine you're at a grocery store or even a farmer's market and you see some fucker with a recording setup being like, hey guys, welcome to my channel. We're going to be talking about food sustainability, exploring food sovereignty, and supporting local LA cooperatives. Like, go shop at the People's Kitchen. There. Done. No need to fucking bother shoppers and workers in their place of business trying to get food and sell food. Like, there's no reason why YouTube has to be recommending these fuck-ass things to us. This is promoting antisocial behavior. YouTube, do better. Be better. Is my nighttime settings on? I think my... Nighttime. Turn off night lights. There we go. There we go. Alright. How many more will it recommend if I ask it to? Will it just keep making this shit up? Of course it will. It's fucking AI. God, I'm not even gonna go that deep into these, but let's just read them off real quick. Fuck it. Documenting a peaceful sunset walk while discussing this as nasty low simulation. No, sunsets are not for recording. You will never enjoy a sunset that you see on camera. Never record a sunset. Just watch it with your own two eyes. It's the only way you can enjoy a sunset. You cannot enjoy a sunset on a computer screen unless you have not literally seen a sunset in years and cannot see a sunset. Why slow living with pets is a radical rejection of 2026 hustle culture. How is me having a damn cat? Also, what is slow living? Like, what is slow living with pets? How is me having a fucking cat supposed to be a radical rejection of anything? Anything at all? How is... YouTube, why are you recommending that I make these videos? Why? Analyzing the architecture of Los Angeles public libraries during a quiet study vlog. I mean, libraries are... Some of the LA libraries are so massive that you maybe could find one quiet corner where nobody is, where you can record a little spiel about public library architecture. And there are some beautiful libraries in Los Angeles, I must say. But again, it just doesn't seem like a great idea. Like, go there, record some footage, then do voiceover over the footage. Don't actually record yourself speaking into a camera. Morning cat cuddles while discussing the importance of queer community mutual aid networks. Now, I do appreciate the idea of morning cat cuddles, but I don't think my cat would do that for more than 5 minutes. Gentle cat grooming video paired with soft-spoken update on local volunteer projects. No, nothing is going to be soft-spoken while happening if I'm grooming my cat, because she's going to be jumping around all over the place, and I'm going to be like, damn it, hold still. Please hold still, god damn it. Analyzing the sensory joy of gray fur textures during a sunset petting session. No, that's it for now on that, I think. No, we're not going to be looking at that anymore. Ay. Now for something hilarious that I saw the other day. Look, it's Pee Wee Herman. What is he up to? Pee Wee, no! Pee Wee, get away! Pee Wee, no! How much is the CIA paying you, Pee Wee? How much are the Saudis fucking paying you? Get away from there! No! No, Britain too? Damn, you're going on a rampage. Pee Wee Herman. Herman. How could you?
I see Moscow's underpants!
You hit Moscow too?
Somebody
Call for help! Someone's in distress!
Pee-wee really did 9/11. That's crazy. Why would Pee-wee Herman do 9/11? That's so rude, honestly. Boy, me sleepy. Is this not sending? It should be sending. I have no clue if this shit is even working. No clue at all. I mean, it seems to be. We'll see. We'll see. Seems to be. We'll see. Yeah, I'm alive. Yeah. We'll see. Seems to be. We'll see. Yeah, I'm alive. Yeah. There we go. I may as well watch this James Charles video because, god damn it, that man is so easy to make fun of. What a terrible, terrible man. This is a recent video, so I must emphasize, of course, to follow Anna Marie Forcino, hilarious YouTube commentary lesbian. James Charles cannot read the room. Oh, James. Oh, James Charles. You silly James.
Much wiser than me once said, a day not making fun of James Charles is a day wasted.
So true.
And I stand by that.
Hi, sisters!
I'm sorry, sinners. I promise I won't do that again. On May 2nd, 2026, budget air carrier Spirit Airlines announced they would be shutting down effective immediately. To our guests, all flights have been canceled and customer service is no longer available. We are proud of the impact of our ultra-low-cost model on the industry over the last...
I gotta say, I love watching Anna Marie Forcino for a few reasons. One, she's just funny, she's sweet, she seems great. Love her fashion, love what she has to say. But also, I love anybody with a Baltimore accent. I really do. It's so fun.
33 years, and I'd hoped to serve our guests for many years.
Rest in peace, Spirit Airlines, though. May your memory be a blessing.
To come. Spirit CEO Dave Davis, incredible
Bitch.
name by the way, claims that the company
Dave Davis is a fuck-ass name.
could no longer keep up with jet fuel prices due to the oil shortage. Well, Mr. Davis, you can thank Netanyahu's lapdog for that. Spirit had filed for bankruptcy twice in the last year alone, so the shutdown was a matter of when, not if. Even so, Spirit's customers did not expect to be stranded mid-trip, and I'm sure Spirit's 17,000 employees did not expect to be laid off with zero notice either. Thousands of jobs just gone like that. This is why younger generations think the whole company loyalty concept is bullshit. Boomers cannot fathom why we won't live and die for our employers like they did. It's because of situations like this. Though Spirit claims they wish they were able to give their employees more notice. But at the end of the day, Dave Davis and his fellow executives and shareholders will be fine. They don't have to compete in the hopeless job market of 2026 like the tens of thousands of employees they just laid off. While Spirit has been refunding tickets, other major airlines have stepped up to help stranded Spirit travelers and employees get back home. For example, JetBlue offered one-way
It's crazy that they're just allowed to do these things. That they're just allowed to fuck over so many of their paying customers. Their money-paying customers are being screwed over by their reckless inactions. We really need to nationalize all of air travel. All air travel should be nationalized. I'm sick and tired of these Boeing planes falling out of the sky and Spirit Airlines is dying. So we have what? We went from like 5 airline options to 4 now. Great. I love choice.
$99 rescue fares. In addition, they'll also give free Spirit Silver and Gold members a status match for a limited time. Free Silver Spirit members will get a free first and second checked bag, no cost same-day flight changes, priority boarding and security, and most importantly, free alcohol. Just what the doctor...
Yes. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free.
Ordered. Gold members will receive...
Now this I could get behind. Free booze on a plane? Yes. Because if I am not drunk on an airplane, I'm not comfortable. And this isn't about fear of flights or fear of flying or anything. I'm fine with going up in the air. I don't understand how it works, but I trust it enough to work for me. The seats are so small and so uncomfortable, I'm going to have to literally dull my senses in order to manage survival.
All that, plus roomier seats and 3 times bonus points on flights. United and Delta also offer discounted rescue fares, so why is this a big deal? Companies shut down all the time. Spirit was one of the few budget airlines in the States and Latin America. Although plenty of memes have been made about getting what you paid for or the horrible customer service.
I mean, it really is like that. This image on the right over here, it really is like this.
Service.
And this too, like, the way the toes are curling down like a palm frond is fucking sending me. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane. Put those gams down.
Spirit made air travel more affordable for those who wouldn't have been able to fly otherwise. There's actually a phenomenon called the Spirit effect, which shows that ultra low-cost carriers like Spirit force other airlines to compete more aggressively on their lowest fares. That's why tiers like Basic Economy exist. Now, many people feared that Spirit's bankruptcy will cause ticket prices to jack up, especially to...
Yep, it's gonna get more pricey. Ugh.
Hotspots like Fort Lauderdale, Orlando, Vegas, and Detroit. I mean, airfare as well as, anything that requires gas has been more expensive since we got into the war with Iran, but Spirit shutting down definitely doesn't help. The average plane ticket costs around $365 as of last month, which is up $70 from April 2025. However, perhaps not all hope is lost. TikToker Hunter Peterson has started a crowdfund for customers to buy back Spirit Airlines called Spirit 2.0, owned by us. And as of early May 2026, his campaign has raised over $337 million. Power to
Jesus Christ.
the people, baby. Karl Marx is smiling down at us right now.
Truly.
Allegedly, profits will be distributed based on pledge amounts, so we'll see if that ever comes to fruition. If you're looking to upgrade your skincare routine, check out today's sponsor, OneSkin. As we grow older, some skin cells stop functioning the way they should, which is why you might notice fine lines, the loss of firmness, and the dullness of your skin over time. But OneSkin's OS1 peptide was engineered specifically to tackle this issue. So not only are you getting everything you'd expect from great skincare, OS1 is also doing something most skincare was never built to do. Me personally, I really like OneSkin's OS1 topical supplement. As someone who's dealt with dry skin for most of her life, I can't help but notice how hydrated my skin feels after using this for a bit. OneSkin's results are backed by 4 peer-reviewed studies, over 10,000 5-star reviews, and they've been recognized by Bloomberg as a leader in skin longevity. Born from over a decade of longevity research, OneSkin's OS1 peptide
I don't trust advertisements, but I trust Anna Marie Forcino, so if she's selling it, it must be good, honestly.
is
Click the link in her bio.
proven to target the visible signs of aging, helping you unlock your healthiest skin now and as you age. For a limited time, try OneSkin with 15% off using code ANNAMARIE at checkout when you go to oneskin.co/AnnaMarie. That's 15% off at oneskin.co/AnnaMarie with code ANNAMARIE. After you purchase, they're going to ask where you heard about them, so make sure to let them know that I sent you.
Get 50% off OneSkin with code AnnamaRie at oneskin.co/AnnamaRie.
Thank you to OneSkin for supporting the channel. Now,
Hey, I have OneSkin.
let's get back to your scheduled programming. Now that an accessible
Would this
form
be
of air
considered just
travel is gone
OneSkin?
and
This is
thousands
just
of people are out
OneSkin,
of a
right?
job, you can't help but feel for those who are affected, especially in an economy where everything's only getting more expensive. Gas in my area was $4.50 a gallon the other day.
Oh, poor you. Having to pay $4.50 a gallon. That's what it was here 6 months ago. Now it's $6 a gallon. Now... Oh, bro. Thank fucking God I don't drive.
That is
I'm sure that's crazy where she lives, though. It's probably like, I don't know, $3 usually where she lives.
wild, dude. I guess I'm driving a Razor scooter from now on. But in the midst of all this, I couldn't help but wonder, what does James Charles think? A question literally no one has ever asked.
Why the fuck would anyone ask such a stupid question?
Somehow, some way, James Charles is still a thing in the year of our Lord 2026.
How in God's name?
He's the cockroach of the beauty influencer space.
It's like, no big deal. Like, sucking and cock. Like, hi, sisters!
It's probably
No, literally. Literally. James Charles be sucking dick and cock because he is that cockroach. He really is.
because his primary audience is younger people. And if you know anything about James Charles's...
Is James Charles's audience still younger people? I refuse to believe anybody is watching James Charles except for like millennials chasing nostalgia bait. Millennials who want to feel like they're teenagers and young adults again. Like, nobody in their right mind could possibly be watching James fucking Charles and be under the age of 22. I refuse to believe it.
Past.
I refuse.
I'm sure he loves it that way. So why is he relevant?
Hi, sisters.
Period. But why is he relevant specifically to this story? Well, Sister James decided that it was his turn to weigh in on Spirit's bankruptcy, which is exactly what we needed. Because we're
Oh, great. We're going to hear the brilliant insights from James fuck-ass Charles.
all dying to know what James Charles has to say. Can you tell I can't stand this guy? And it seems that parts of the internet have collective amnesia regarding Mr. Dickinson's past. I am baffled that James has been able to
I do love that James Charles's last name is Dickinson.
maintain a sizable fan base and a lucrative makeup business, despite publicly admitting to sexting minors multiple times, mind you.
In case anybody isn't aware of what's going on, within the past couple of weeks, 2 different people, both under the age of 18, have recently come forward saying that they had inappropriate messages with me on social media. One of them being from last year and one of them being from more recent. In both of these cases, I added these people on Snapchat, asked how old they were right away, was told that they were 18, believed them, engaged in a flirty conversation, and then later on found out that they were actually 16.
Why does he sound like he's speaking with a mouthful of cotton balls? Does he have a fat tongue? Did his tongue get stung by a bee or something? He sounds... Also... I have no words for this haircut. I have no words for this haircut. All I know is that the devil himself lives specifically in this corner right here. Where the fade meets the broccoli, that's where Satan lives. And right on the other side, this is the Antichrist's home. This is where he lives. That's the only thing I can say. That's the nicest words I can muster.
Upon finding out, I was immediately embarrassed and blocked both people.
James, we both know I blocked you. You never asked me for my age. After I told you I was 16, you proceeded to ask me for nudes and said it didn't matter. You called me hot and said I wish...
Pedophile, pedophile.
the timeline could speed up so you can be 18.
And after telling him, like, no, like, I'm not gonna send it to you, he kept on.
This child looks like a fucking 12-year-old. What do you mean you did not know that they were a minor? James? James.
Asking for pictures and videos of body hair and me flexing and stuff. He proceeded to ask to FaceTime me, which I then said no to, and then I asked why. And this is what he said.
In all other areas of my life, my friends, my business, I like to think of myself as pretty put together and on top of
To FaceTime me, which I then said no to, and then I asked why. And this is what he said.
Just watch you shut up and... I cannot tell what that says, but it's James, so I'm just gonna assume it's either an inappropriate comment or a comment that's trying to be funny but is falling flat. Or both.
In all other areas of my life, my friends, my business, I like to think of myself as pretty put together and on top of things, and I couldn't understand why relationships were the one outlier. Why were they not working? Why was this area of me so different? And I finally came to a conclusion, and it is ridiculously embarrassing to admit this, but I think I have to, and that is that I'm desperate.
He literally went on Logan
Not socks. God, get away from this non-binary. Get away.
Paul's podcast,
James,
which-
Get away.
two peas in a pod right there. And he admitted that he's not attracted to older men.
Okay, so the thing is for me,
Bad taste, skill issue. If you're not attracted to older men or older women or older people, then what the fuck are you doing with your life? Because
21, like I said, I have the
real.
mentality of a 40-year-old.
Let's be fucking real.
So
let's just look right here. Older man could be around the same age, but looks significantly younger. Which one would you rather fuck? Whose dick would you rather suck right here? I know who I'm going for. I know who I'm going for. Fucking Bros Thor McFlorgan over here, fucking Viking ass, fucking looking. Okay, we'll go for it. Captain Big Beard Boy. Okay. That testosterone might be fucking up your hairline up here, but it's blessed you right down here, baby. Meanwhile, James looks like the children he wants to fuck.
for me, like, I'm much more mentally and emotionally mature than a lot of people my age. I'm not physically attracted to older guys, which sucks. Like, I would date like the absolute
It does suck. Change your life.
youngest, like 18, 19 that looks a little bit older, or like 24 that like has a young personality.
Okay.
Now would be a good time to mention
Crazy to say that you would date anybody who has the suffix teen in their age. 18-year-olds and 19-year-olds are still fucking teenagers, and if you date them, you're fucking dating a teenager, and that's weird as hell.
that James has admitted to flying out teenage boys he was flirting with in the DMs.
I've talked to guys that live in different states and stuff, and I'm like, hey, like, why don't you come visit? And like, well, I can't afford a plane ticket.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, I can. So like, get on the plane. And like, well, I just don't really feel comfortable with that. But like, I love you and I really want to be together. And I'm like, well, we can't be together because you can't afford a plane ticket. You're probably still in either high school or college, like a senior in high school or in college.
Right.
So like, either you accept the flight and realize that like, this is what I'm bringing to the relationship so we can spend time together if you actually care about me.
Yeah.
Or we literally never meet.
Anyway, James came under fire this
No, that's just called having good... That's just called having good instincts. If you as a young adult or child are talking to somebody older than you and trying to get you to fly out somewhere, don't do it. Even if you're vibing with them, even if you really think it's going great, don't do it, babe. Never a great idea. I think those teenagers didn't go out and fly out to see you, James, because he was being a little creepy.
week for a TikTok he posted to his spam account regarding Spirit shutting down. With his multi-million-dollar mansion in the background, James began complaining about an Instagram DM
His hair always looks terrible. I know we joke about millennials a lot, but god damn.
request in his inbox from a pleading mother. The fact that it was from a grown woman and not a teenage boy probably soured his mood to begin with. Let's hear him out though, sisters, because when James Charles is speaking, I am listening. Y'all, there's about to be some gay on gay crime here. Yeah, I'm about to do a live reaction to James's video. And what about it? Trigger warning, slop content. And why do we have the same haircut right now? This is bullshit. All right, James, I guess one of us will have to change. I'll straighten my hair and you'll stop being a pedophile.
I just got a DM on here from a girl that said, "Good morning, James. I know you'll probably never see this, but if you could just take 1 minute to read it, would really mean a lot to me."
God, his voice is just like nails on a chalkboard. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
I'm really struggling right now because Spirit Airlines just filed for bankruptcy and I have lost my job.
He can afford all that fucking bullshit. He can afford an ugly $500 haircut, skincare routines that cost 4 and 5 figures, but he cannot fucking afford to shrink his tongue by 10% and not sound like that? Jameson, what are you doing?
Here's the GoFundMe link.
I need to clarify for the heterosexuals that might be listening. James Charles doesn't sound like this because he's a fruitcake. James Charles sounds like this because he sucks a lot of dick.
Any donations help.
That face owes me $500,000 in financial compensation for emotional and psychological damage. Thank you very much.
Ugh, what an awful frame to pause on. Do you think if her son reached out
Truly.
instead, he would donate? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Right out the gate, though, the entitlement is through the f***ing roof. The way he makes fun of this lady is so
Bruh.
patronizing. This is how I think rich people sound like behind closed doors. And he's just saying the quiet part out loud.
I'm sure they do, sweetheart. I'm sure they do. You know what else would help you? Getting another job. Yeah, try that. Because in the time that it took you to copy and paste the same ass message to myself, who you don't follow, by the way.
That bothers him the most.
Why the fuck did he post this? Who is this for and why? In what world did he think putting this out there in front of God and everybody would be a good look? I have no clue. I have no explanation for any of this.
Most out of all this, that this one lady does not follow him.
100 other influencers and celebrities, you could have applied for 100 other jobs, but you didn't because you're a lazy piece of shit and you're entitled.
So you're
God. Oh my God, that. This is why I'm not a sober person.
telling me the influencer who got rich and famous at 16 is calling someone else entitled and lazy? He really said, get your f***ing ass up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days. Even if James didn't get famous at such a young age, he has no right to talk about someone this way. Who is he to say that someone is entitled and lazy and needs to get a job? He knows that rage bait gets views, views equals attention, and we're all falling into his trap. He's getting exactly what he wanted right now.
And you think that influencers and celebrities should fund your life for you. Why would I ever help you? You're not a fan. You don't even follow me. You've never supported me. This is your first time DMing. And you think that I'm gonna send you money because you lost your job? Oh my God, welcome to the real world, sweetheart.
What would you know about the real world, James?
Amen.
Genuinely, what do you know about the real world? Crazy idea? James could have completely ignored that DM. Or if James had a bitch and moan about it, he could go talk to his other loser influencer friends. It's so rich of James to say that this woman does not know about the real world when he hasn't had to apply to a job for the past 10 years. He has no idea how insane the job market is in 2020.
I would love for James Charles to try to find a job using only Indeed and LinkedIn and just seeing how it goes. Just seeing where it goes, you know. Just see what would happen. I want to see how fast James thinks he could get a job in today's market with his resume, and just see what happens, you know. Not in the industry. He's already peaked in his own industry. So if he gets a job in his own industry, then, you know, this would be a little bit of a cakewalk. But try doing literally anything at all. Office job, retail, whatever. Something that anybody could do. But could you do something that anybody could do? Could he? Yeah.
People could apply for months, if not years, and still have nothing to show for it. There are people with master's degrees working customer service jobs right now. And there's nothing wrong with working in the customer service industry. You're making an honest living. Who am I to judge? But after all that time and money they put into school, they probably didn't expect to not be able to find a job in their respective fields. And let's not even talk about the epidemic of ghost jobs on Indeed, which is basically fake job listings you send your resume to so they can farm your information. All in all though, James, he's been rich and famous since he was a teenager, so he's never had to worry about spending hours a day applying to jobs. He's just that out of touch.
People lose their jobs every day, and you're white, pretty, and able-bodied. You're in a much better position than a lot of other people out here who are trying clearly much harder to make a better life for themselves. What?
Sure, being white, pretty, and able-bodied does give you an advantage in, let's be honest, all parts of life. But the job market's been rough on everyone, dude. Listen, I'm sure it's awkward to receive requests for donations from...
To be fair, I'm also white, pretty, and able-bodied, and if I go... if I lost my job today, it would take me several months to find a new one.
Random strangers on the internet. And he's not obligated to donate, but this former Spirit Airlines employee, probably feeling the heat right now, probably very...
It took me, I think, 4 months to find the job that I got in 2021, and that was back in 2021, which it was fucked back then, but it's way more fucked now even in 2026. So if it was 4 months then, it would be just a crazy amount of time now.
Stress, probably wondering how she's going to take care of her
rough.
children. She's in a tough spot right now, so she's probably reaching out to anyone and everyone for assistance. Imagine being a privileged little making fun of a single mother who just lost her job on the internet. What loser behavior. James Charles, you are a loser.
17,000 people lost their jobs at Spirit Airlines. Why do you think you need the GoFundMe?
Because she's one of 17,000 people who were laid off with zero notice. All this money, James, you should invest in a diary.
I can at least 1% respect the mentality of closed mouths don't get fed, doesn't hurt to try. But honestly, it does hurt to try because now you pissed me off, okay? I'm not the one.
Oh, one little Instagram DM got you heated and now you're pouting around your $1 million
Who has the time of day to get this pissed at some random hater on the internet? Like, bitch, you're rich. Go to Disneyland and buy a churro without thinking about the price tag.
mansion. Poor you, James Charles. Everyone should feel bad for James Charles right now. He has to know he sounds like a douchebag, right? Let's be real, this is most likely rage bait we're all falling for, but I don't know, something tells me James genuinely
Go take your friends to the beach. I don't know. Fuck.
believes what he's saying.
Fucking Mr. Reese, this is literally his entire shtick. I'm sure the next YouTube video is literally gonna be like, I rehired all 17,000 of the Spirit Airlines employees, and it's gonna be the real life Hunger Games. The last one of them to leave the Spirit Airlines plane gets to be the CEO of the new company and get...
God damn it. I've never watched a Mr. Beast video, but I might actually watch that one. Fuck. God damn it.
a house and a car and $10 million that everybody else dies.
He really thinks he's all that in a bag of chips. Huh.
Like, go find that video to compete in, baby. I'm not helping you. I'm not fucking helping you. All you did was
Jimmy
lost your
Donaldson's
job,
never
okay?
coward.
Welcome to the real world.
All you did was lose your job. All you did was lose your source of income. What are you crying about? Oh, you and your daughter are gonna be on the street if you can't pay the mortgage next month?
Welcome to the real world, lady.
At least understand if you were like, James, I'm a longtime fan. Here's a trillion years of DMs and my support for you. I love you. I'm suffering with a really rare genetic disease that there is no cure for, and I'm trying to raise money for myself and other people that have this. Maybe I would help.
So if you're watching and you're ever thinking of starting a GoFundMe for whatever reason, you have to get James's approval first. You gotta tell him the reason why you're making the GoFundMe, and he'll decide whether you're worthy of donations or not. The fact that he's reacting like this to someone who's not a fan says so much about his character.
Yeah, I would help because I love you and I appreciate you. This bitch, you lost your job? What are we gonna do?
I hate when men use the word or any other derogatory term against women, and being gay does not excuse you.
I'm gonna do nothing. You know what you need to do? Go find a new one, girl. Put some effort into the workplace.
It shows that you can have all the money in the world, all the success, all the adoration, and you're still not happy. So the internet was livid. obviously. This is the most tasteless, out-of-touch video he could have possibly made. He has been dragged through hell and back on social media, especially TikTok, and I am living for it. Fellow beauty guru Jackie Aina also called him out on his BS.
I just feel like to never have to have entered the workplace yourself and to say,
Now this woman is actually beautiful. I don't understand why anyone would see like any other beauty influencer that looks as beautiful as her and be like, I'm gonna watch James fuck-ass Charles instead.
something like this takes an insane amount of privilege. It's just literally oozing from this video, from his damn flat top. I'm confused. I'm confused what you thought we was gonna get from that. That was absolutely terrible and you really should have kept it. It's honestly very rare that I respond to other influencer scandals or when they get dragged. Like, it has to be something that directly affects me. I feel like I caught a stray because what in the world was that?
James posted a screenshot of a DM exchange between him and someone else who was calling him out for what he said, and he said something along the lines of, you look like the kind of person who would send this DM. Yet again showing his true colors. So since this video was uploaded, James has addressed this situation twice now. This first video here has been deleted though. Thankfully it was re-uploaded to Reddit, so shout out to r/foamwall.
So I ended up deleting the video that I posted yesterday talking about people who send me GoFundMe links that have never followed, supported, DM'd me before, just begging for money. And most people were like, enjoying the video, saying it was a valid point, but it definitely started causing some discourse in the comments.
James is not obligated to donate to anyone. He is not wrong for not donating. He's wrong because he publicly mocked this mother who just lost her job to his millions of followers. That's where you f***ed up.
I mean, at this point, he's using her for content, so he is wrong for not donating. Also, he's rich.
Up, James.
And a lot of people were just saying it was out of touch and insensitive, and they're right. It was definitely a harsh choice of words, maybe not my best video, and I deleted it.
Maybe not your best video is the understatement of the year.
I know a lot of content creators are using like the 5-second clip in the very beginning where I'm like, you're a lazy piece of shit, get a new job.
It wasn't just a 5-second clip. It was the entire 2 minutes and 30 seconds of the video where you called her a lazy piece of shit. Let's not rewrite history here.
Well, their cute little think pieces being like, influencers are all so out of touch. This is so disgusting.
As an influencer myself, I also believe that influencers are out of touch. I feel like I'm out of touch sometimes. There are dozens, if not hundreds, of examples of influencers acting entitled over the years. And James just completely ignoring that is disingenuous.
How it is in the job market these days. Oh my God, give me a break. I am out of touch.
The truest thing he said all video. Finally, he has a little self-awareness.
The reason I made that video yesterday, though, was a lot of people these days do not have the make it work mentality. They have no desire to actually put in the effort to try to fix a problem and get themselves out of a situation.
Just get your ass up and work, guys. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps and get to work. And James' mentality with the penchant for teenage boys, it's just incredible.
I don't think there's anything wrong with asking for help. In my personal opinion, though, it should be a last resort. If you disagree, that's totally fine. That's your personal opinion. I'm not going to apologize for having mine. There's a lot of people responding back to the video being like, oh my gosh, he has no idea how hard the job market is. I've been applying for new jobs for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years now, and I've literally heard back nothing from any of the jobs. I'm sorry that that is happening to people. I know that the job market sucks. I've heard so many horror stories. I can't even imagine what that's like.
Have you tried just applying harder?
Those are the people, in my opinion, that are totally valid in asking for help.
Again, if y'all ever need financial assistance, you better have a damn good reason. You have to call up James and get his stamp of approval.
The person that I made the video about yesterday lost their job last week at Spirit Airlines, along with 17,000 other people. And granted, I don't know this person. Maybe making a GoFundMe link was really their last resort. I just personally did not believe that to be the case because I know for a fact that they sent the same exact DM to hundreds of different influencers and celebrities.
Okay, so just ignore it. You literally could have just deleted it and gone about your day if that's the case.
Person did not follow me. They have never DM'd me previously. They have never supported me on any social platforms. They have never purchased from Painted. This person was literally just spam copying and pasting this DM to every person that they assumed had money to offer them. And I'm sorry, just because somebody has money does not mean that you're entitled.
Again, he's not obligated to donate to this person, but he's acting like an entitled asshole about it.
Sorry if that comes across as insensitive or privileged or mean, but welcome to the real world. It's f***ing hard out there. Nobody...
He loves that phrase. Welcome to the real world. Sorry, I forgot someone...
People who live in mansions love saying, "Welcome to the real world."
Died and made you king.
Anybody, anything, the universe will constantly remind you of that. And a little bit of effort goes a really, really long way sometimes.
I'm gonna go on a little rant for a second. I hate this whole nobody owes anyone anything mentality that's prevalent nowadays, because we actually do owe people something. Like basic respect, kindness, human decency, not blasting an unemployed mother on your social media.
I stand behind what I said 10 toes down.
Of course you do.
Instead of spending an hour copying and pasting the same DM to 100 different celebrities or influencers, you could have spent the same amount of time copying and pasting a job application to hundreds of different companies. Or, hear me out, put in a little bit of effort.
How do you know that she hasn't?
You want to send the DMs? At least spend 20 seconds.
I tire of James Charles, and I wish he would stop. This has got to stop. This has got to stop. What is going on here, James? Foolish man. Dumb bitch.
Seconds before you hit send, customizing it to the person that you're asking for money from, right?
This should have stayed on the close friend story, man. Like, this is ridiculous.
Hi, sister. James, I've been watching your YouTube videos since I was a teenager.
Yeah, that's a real L for them. Not great. Anyways. Let's take a look at I rank things that turn you gay, apparently.
Greetings, Mike.
Everyone follow Queen Coke Francis. That's Queen Coke Francis. They make fucking awesome shit. But I'll let them introduce.
Greetings, my good bitches. The name's Francis, Coke Francis. I'm an editor, Twitch streamer, drag artist, and I'm here because I'm just another degenerate trying to get booked at Hetero Awesomeness Fest. Another year, another Pride Month, and... What's that, Lassie? Trump just declared that June isn't Pride Month anymore? He's renaming it to Title IX Month? Well, you heard it here first, folks. The guy who creeped around Miss Teen USA dressing rooms and has openly bragged about assaulting women has just renamed June to Title IX Month. You know, the anti-discrimination DEI initiative for women from the 1970s. Oh.
It doesn't really roll off the tongue like Pride Month does. I don't think... You know, we're going to be seeing a lot of people talk about, hey, happy Title IX month. Like, doesn't sound as pretty as, hey, happy Pride. Happy Pride month.
My God, I have so many questions. Does Trump even know what Title IX is, or did he just think it was the name of a Michael Bay movie? Are all the months gonna be named after DEI initiatives? How are they even going to enforce it when the word woman is officially banned amongst FDA officials?
Not woman, oh my God. Half the population, oh my goodness.
We'll let them sort out all that silliness themselves, which they've been doing remarkably well these past few weeks. But if your brain is anything but the dome of a Fisher-Price corn popper, you'll know that June is simply Pride Month. That's right, we're dead-naming the month of June, the same way we dead-named Twitter. Is this that dark woke thing that people have been talking about? I thought that was just having a sense of humor. But some people are so concerned with other people's sex lives and genitals that even in the year of our Lord 2025, some folks are proactively taking a stand against Pride Month by boasting to the world how miserable they are. Like the Hetero Awesomeness Fest that's happening in Boise, Idaho this year, and girl, let me tell you, if I hadn't just bought plane tickets to go to Japan later this year, you know I would be there having the gayest old time of my entire life. What else could I do at an event hosted solely out of spite for my community? I've been actively following their Instagram page and asking them if they could come to Orange County since they had hinted that they might, but unfortunately no.
If Hetero Awesome Fest goes to Orange County, I am taking the train down there immediately. The Amtrak will have one round trip ticket in my name because I will have to go there. I have to go. You know, I have to, as an ally. As an ally to the heterosexual community, if that's how you pronounce it. You never know nowadays. I think it would only be appropriate if I showed out my colors and went there to support them. Because they need support. They really do. They need representation. That's why they have a festival.
such luck so far. However, Hetero Awesomeness Fest is far from the only method that straight men use to definitely prove how definitely straight and male they are around their female woman wives and other straight male men friends. It's definitely one of the funniest though, but so is this upcoming compilation I've made. So since my sad gay ass is sitting at home, not performing at Hetero Awesomeness Fest, I decided to rank a bunch of things that turn you gay, apparently. At least according to the internet. So...
Because that's how it works. Things turn you gay. It's not like, you know, you always just were, or environment or whatever. It's things. Things will turn you gay.
without further ado, let's get it. Oh my god, why do people keep calling me when I'm filming? What do you want, troll?
Hi, is this Queen Coke Francis?
No, this is Patrick.
Oh, okay. Well, I was watching one of your older videos and I was wondering if, you were still taking stalker requests?
Look, you seem like a nice kid, but I already have a stalker. How did you even get this number?
I have a buddy who, like, breaks data or something. He said I could use the dark web to get all your info and stuff. He's made like $1 billion.
Okay, so, like, what kind of info? Like my secret crushes? My top-bottom preferences?
Oh, you know, your birthday, your email, your phone number, your, social security number.
Jesus, you wouldn't happen to know if there was anything I could do about this, would you?
I don't know. I think they have to take your info down if you ask, but they make it, like, super hard and confusing.
I should have
Well, look at
known.
that.
I'm only getting more
Aura.
and more famous with each passing day. It's time for me to finally invest in something to prevent
You can
things
do
like
that.
this. Like the sponsor of today's video, Aura. You might already have a digital security tool, but not having Aura is like locking the front door but leaving the back door open. Because Aura is all-in-one digital security that not only removes your info from these data broker sites, but keeps it off. You'll get notified if your personal info is found on the dark web, and get real-time fraud alerts for credit and banking thanks to Aura's 24/7 monitoring to keep your identity secure. Aura also has a ton of other features to keep you safe online, including a secure VPN, an antivirus, a password manager, and many more. And should the worst-case scenario happen, Aura includes up to $5 million in identity theft insurance protection. It's one app with every layer of protection. I won't be leaving myself vulnerable anymore, and neither should you. You can use my special link, aura.com/QueenCodeFrancis for a 14-day trial, which is enough time for Aura to find out where your data is being exposed and sold. And now, back to our regularly scheduled programming. So this compilation is made of the most common examples I found on the World Wide Web, including the Reddit thread, Straight Men of Reddit. What is the strangest thing you've been told not to do because that's gay? Which currently has over
We gotta know. We have to find out.
38,000 replies. I've divided all these things into 4 categories. First up is, yeah, I could see that. These are the ones I read and went,
Now, he had a point.
there could be some
Not the Mateo Lane clip.
reasonable evidence that the things in this category
Now, he had a point.
could possibly make you a bit zesty. Zesty is the word, yeah. Next is, that's rich coming from you. These are the examples with actual celebrity endorsements, usually by the worst ones possible. Not just Fox News grifters, but, they are most of them. Next category is, fellas, is it gay to be straight? These are things that are
Fellas?
so gay they come full
Is it gay to be
circle.
straight?
Not only back to being straight, but being confidently, normally straight, and just being a normal, functioning member of society in general. And finally, we have, you guessed it, the straights are not okay. These truly demonstrate the miserable hellscape that some straight people out there have created for themselves. Really makes you wonder if Hetero Awesomeness Fest is just gonna be a couple sad guys at the old state saloon complaining about their wives and their kids who don't talk to them anymore. I'm definitely not bitter about not going to Hetero Awesomeness Fest. Stop asking! Just one more thing to keep in mind before we continue. There is very much the possibility that some of these examples were intended to be jokes, and I certainly don't want to contribute to killing the art of satire or anything. If they're having a giggle, then we'll have a giggle, and this video is really just all in good fun. That's all I really want my videos to ever be, most of the time, actually. On the other hand, there are actually people out there who do think like this. Okay, I'll shut up now. Let's get into it. First up, leaning. As in, leaning against a wall. Oh boy, we're off to a rough start here.
If leaning is gay, if leaning against a wall makes you look gay, then do I look gay sitting in this chair right now? Don't lie.
According to faceless Twitter mail number 500,683, leaning is considered a feminine trait and even has some arrows
Explain.
and diagrams to back it up. What is sexual polarity? The feminine.
Not the fucking lines. Oh my god. Ah, this fucking guy and his lines.
Wants to lean into the masculine. She wants to enter his world, feel his strength, feel his protection, and submit to his guidance. It's so funny how these people call my community deviants when they are more obsessed with BDSM than my friends who work in actual BDSM dungeons. Oh, Rivellino didn't stop there though. Why can't a man lean in? When a man leans into his girl, he reveals that he feels needy and lower value. He reveals that he is a weak mindset and that he feels dependent on her. I'm pretty sure he's just tall, dude. We're either dealing with a short king here who needs a confidence boost, or an actually tall dude who has never been close enough to a woman to lean on her. Either way, good lord, the straights are not okay. Next up, playing the clarinet. According to this Redditor, I played the clarinet. I got called f***ing it a lot. First of all, not even good wordplay. Second...
That's so stupid.
of all, I imagine bassoon players have it much harder, especially if you're in Italy. Now, there are lots of famous clarinet players out there. Woody Allen, Squidward, I'm sure there are more, but mostly just those two. And only one of them is gay, and the other is an overrated pervert. Woody Allen simps, come at me.
I can take whatever you can dish out.
As a cellist, I would argue that the flute is a much gayer instrument. I think the clarinet is actually bisexual, because there's lots of finger work being done, but you're also blowing and spitting on a mouthpiece for hours. So, you know what? Yeah, I could see that. We all saw this one coming. Male friendships. Well...
I mean... it is the fucking clarinet. Come on.
Of course, but this example got a glowing endorsement from none other than 21 Savage when asked about his friendship with Drake. I feel like describing male friendships is zesty as hell. Zesty is such a good word, we should use it more. But you know what else is zesty, Savage? Those expensive blouses and matching tracksuits. So, I'd say that's rich coming from you. Next up...
It is pretty funny that 21 Savage dresses like an absolute fruitcake, but is like, nah, having male friends is gay, man.
Cleaning. Now this mostly comes from the ridiculous women do the cooking and cleaning gender role nonsense. Any man who actually believes this probably went their entire life having their mom pick up after them. But because they usually conflate being gay with femininity, as we will see much more of later in this video, there's also the stereotype that gay men's homes are somehow meticulous. I challenge you all to close your eyes, throw your wallet into a drag queen's dressing room, and tell me if you ever see that motherfucker again. I know some dudes and people...
She's right. She's right, and they won't like her for it.
People in general are messier than others, but if you cite your alleged heterosexuality...
One drag queen's messy dressing room at the peak of the night, when all the girls are drunk, and all the girls are tired, and all the girls have done their shit. It's not a pretty spectacle.
As your reason for not cleaning?
Spectacle, not a pretty one.
You are not okay. Another everyday thing that can turn you into a raging homosexual, breakfast. Now, hear me out on this one. Breakfast on its own, not at all. But brunch? Sis. And breakfast is the gateway drug to brunch. You might be having steak and eggs one morning, but the next, you're just one meal before 11 a.m. away from sharing mimosas with the girlies and asking each other who the Samantha of the group is. I ordered champagne for breakfast, and one person I know and 2 staff members asked if I was gay, and the only appropriate response was the one right below it. I would have asked if you were an alcoholic. So, you know what? Yeah.
No, because I was about to say, why are you drinking champagne at breakfast? Like, mimosa is one thing, because at least there's orange juice in there. And a lot of places mostly serve it as orange juice, like... But champagne, that's bubbly wine.
I can see breakfast turning you gay. Next up, grocery shopping. This is the first of several things that have been decreed as either gay or unmanly by Jesse Waters, a Fox News host whose lips are almost as thin as his pants. Jesse is known for his outstanding performances as a mental gymnast,
He just looks like a creepy uncle. Jesse Waters just literally looks like the archetype of a creepy uncle.
primetime show on Fox follows the model of what if every day was a slow news day. Accordingly, he saw a video of Doug Emhoff going grocery shopping with his wife Kamala Harris, and his response was very normal and definitely a thing that normal people think.
The New York Post caught her grocery shopping with Dougie Fresh. What kind of husband goes grocery shopping with his wife?
I don't know, Jesse. Are you jealous that...
I'd be like, I ain't no heterosexual, but no matter who I date, even if I was dating a lady, I would have to go grocery shopping because I can't trust you not to fuck it up and get some wrong shit. There's too many options in grocery stores nowadays. If the options were more limited, I could more easily be able to do it on your own. But no matter who you are, if we're going grocery shopping, we're doing it together. Because I might mess something that you want up, and you might mess something that I want up. And I'm not going to have that.
Doug didn't have to slash Kamala's tires so that she'd go out with him? That's rich coming from you, man. Here's one we all saw coming, or at least I did. It's apparently gay to be attracted to strong women. I mean, I'm very attracted to strong women, and I'm gay as so, you know, there is some truth to that statement. Wanting a strong woman is a sign of homosexuality. Any masculine man wants a submissive woman. Again with the BDSM obsession. According to this Andrew Tate wannabe, a truly masculine man always wants a submissive woman, because there's nothing more masculine than having an accessory at all times so that you can visually prove it to strangers. And everyone who walks by you will definitely have the thought, wow, what a masculine dominant man standing next to a small and submissive woman. Weirdo. Fellas, is it gay to be straight? Have you ever watched the sun set over the horizon and taken in the spectacular, almost otherworldly colors that make you feel as though this world isn't quite as awful as you keep thinking it is, and that there's still enough beauty left in this world to be able to enjoy life? What are you, a raging... I remarked on how beautiful the sunset was after a basketball game. We lost 64-62. My coach called me a homo and to paint a picture. Now I paint. Tragically, the link in this comment was unavailable when I tried clicking on it, so that's unfortunately we won't be able to see any of these magnificent paintings of these gay-ass sunsets. I'm straight, but that's incredible. What is that
You could just say that's incredible, man. No one's gonna not say that's not incredible.
even mean? God, you guys are not okay. Next up, straws. Now, as a Californian, man...
People are very insecure. People are very insecure about stuff.
And do I miss restaurant straws that don't feel like a limp dick? And as a queer, I like straws so that it doesn't ruin my lipstick. And so I can do the thing that's like... I saw this example a lot. Was also told by a gay man that drinking from a straw was gay. He then threw my straw across the bar. That one is stuck to this day. You heard it here first, folks. Straws are officially gay now, as decreed by also the gay community. Normally, I'd put this in the yeah, I could see that category, but it turns out we actually got a glowing endorsement from the John Hamm Sam Eagle love child himself.
I have rules for men. They're just funny. You don't drink from a straw, and one of the reasons you don't drink from from a straw is because the way your lips purse. It's very effeminate.
This was just one of several things.
What? Drinking from a straw is gay because your lips purse and that looks effeminate? So anyone who purses their lips for any reason, whether it's hitting a vape or playing a instrument that requires breathing or smoking, I don't know, just anything that might require someone to go, that's so stupid. These people are so insecure.
On his unmanly laundry list in this clip, which we'll be getting to later. And buddy, let me tell you, that's rich coming from you. This next one is another example I saw a lot. Recycling, to the point where there have been studies done on it. In this new study, 960 participants were asked to evaluate whether fictional characters felt feminine or masculine based on several environmentally friendly activities such as paying bills online, turning off the air conditioner, caulking windows, recycling, or using reusable shopping bags. Participants who learned that a male fictional character exhibited behaviors associated with women said that they were, quote, uncertain of his heterosexual identity. In the example of the reusable shopping bag or recycling, men across the board deemed it as feminine. It truly boggles the mind. Like, the planet is gonna become uninhabitable in 7 years, but hey, at least you never looked like you touched a dick in your life. God, you are not okay. Next up, listening to women. Now, I could easily point you in the direction of gay men who definitely don't listen to women. About 10 miles away from me, right at the corner of Santa Monica Boulevard and San Vicente, to be exact. To this day, my ex still thinks the reason I paid attention and listened to her was because I'm bi. She said no straight men would listen. A girl I was dating once started crying and asked if I was gay because I was attentive to her and remembered specific things she had told me about herself. The bar really is in hell. Fellas, is it gay to pay attention to your partner? This next one is not surprising at all. Face mask.
Ladies, it ain't easy. I'm sorry.
Granted, the mask debate is honestly such an old meme, but do you think I'm ever going to pass up an opportunity to make fun of Tommy Lauren? Might as well carry a purse with that mask, Joe. Get it? Because carrying a purse is for girls, and wearing a mask is for girls, and therefore it's gay, and gay is bad. You know what else is for girls? All that gender-affirming surgery you got on your face, Thomas Llama. That's rich coming from you. Here's an interesting one. Mirrors. At least according to this sign in a public bathroom. You don't need a mirror. You're a man. Now, I have multiple theories for this one. On the surface, it just looks like another pointlessly gendered, inanimate object that's a reflection of society's toxic masculinity. It could also be another version of the "you don't need a mirror, you're beautiful" nonsense. Why is it nonsense, Francis? Bitch, I know I'm beautiful. Maybe I want to see if there's something stuck in my teeth or any other normal thing that you would need a mirror for. There's also the possibility of this bathroom simply being a safe space for LSD
What if I want to check if I
most disturbingly,
have hamburger
this
dust
very
in
well
my-
could have
my
been
beer?
bought and paid for
There's
by the big
necessary things to
vampire
have a mirror
industry.
for.
Capitalism really knows no bounds, does
In this
it?
case,
Either
a
way,
webcam will do
regardless
just
of what's
fine,
true, you guys are not okay. Next
People
up,
need the
buying
mirror.
feminine hygiene products for your partner who needs them. Let's say your significant other has once again
Men just hating. Men are just making up excuses to get out of helping their partners. They just hate helping their partners in any circumstance, it seems. Hey fellas, is it gay to help out your lady with shit?
been hit by the devil's rain. They're either busy or they're in an insane amount of pain, and girl, it is an emergency. And they ask you if you could just be a dear and run down to CVS to pick up some pads or tampons. If your answer to that request is that's gay, or any variation of it, I want to ask you something. First off, why do you even think people around you would give a shit? Do you think when you're in the checkout line, people are are looking at you and being like, tee-hee, I bet he's buying them for himself. And in the minuscule probability that they did think that, why do you think that might be? Also, just to be clear, by gay guys in this scenario, I'm referring to cisgender gay men or simply people who do not menstruate. Just to be 1000% clear. Do you think gay men have vaginas and or use these products themselves? Gay guys make up exactly 0% of feminine hygiene profits, except in cases where they go to buy them for their menstruating friends because their dickhead straight boyfriends wouldn't do it themselves. Fellas, is it gay to help your partner not bleed through their clothes? Hey guys, have you ever crossed your legs when sitting down? What are you, a f***ing homo? There were countless examples of this. Why? Why do so many people believe this? Including, oh, not you again.
You don't cross your legs?
Once again, that's rich coming from you, Waters. This next one is actually kinda sad. Apparently, liking flowers is gay, according to many people, but especially according to a straight dad who thinks that his 1-year-old son liking flowers is gay. My 23 female, husband 24 male, thinks our son is gay when he's only a year old. Some of the reasons he thinks our son is gay. His favorite thing to do right now is look at the flowers that are blooming and touch them. He loves when the light shines through the window in a way that makes rainbows on the floor. He likes to help me peel bananas, and one time my husband saw him mouth the tip of it. He got angry at me for, quote, letting him do something that looks sexual. And they say we sexualize kids. He generally prefers me and my husband. I can't imagine.
What the hell is wrong with people? What the fucking hell is wrong with... These people should not be parents.
Why the dads are not alright. Next up, lemon water. Y'all be dating men who ask the waiter for water with lemon, then be surprised that he gay. I'm not saying drinking water with lemon necessarily makes him gay, I'm just saying that's a womanly thing to ask for. Now, in her defense, I've never seen anybody...
Maybe he just doesn't want bad breath.
Order lemon water ever. The only time I even saw lemon water on display was at post-production studios in Santa Monica ran by a bunch of elder millennials, where I landed a bunch of job interviews because they said they were looking for someone with a sense of humor, and then once they actually got someone with an actual sense of humor, they didn't know how to interact with me. Anyway, lemon water? Yeah, I can see that. I won't further elaborate at this time. Here's another thing that's so gay it's straight. Liking women's bodies and admiring them. My girlfriend once seriously asked me if I was gay.
Well, it makes sense. Women are very feminine. Gays are feminine. If you like women, you must be gay.
Because I said that I liked her body. Dude, I complimented one girl's hair one time and her friend thought I was gay. Being attracted towards women because they like men and that's gay.
What in the goddamn hell are you talking about?
And then on the other end, similarly, I've had multiple women ask me if I'm gay because I don't think they're attractive. Imagine thinking that highly of yourself. Couldn't be me. Is it gay to be attracted to women? Next up, using facial products. Do the people who think this think that every man should look and act like Nicolas Cage's character in that awful movie I reviewed? However, I have a very strict skincare routine because I wear 10 pounds of makeup every week, and I'm gay as hell, so the correlation here is undeniable. Thankfully, they're putting a stop to this dangerous gateway to homosexuality with war paint, makeup for men. Yes, really. Throw in a hot tattooed guy that's sure to delight the demographics that yours is clearly afraid of, then make up for that by packaging it with a title that implies violence. That is the only possible way we can convince straight men to take care of their skin. Anyway, do facial products turn you gay? Yeah, I could see that. So, the worst thing about this next thing that allegedly turns you gay is that it might be the most commonly cited example I found. Something I didn't even realize could be gendered, but I guess it's another rule of the internet. If it exists, it can be pointlessly gendered. Wiping the booty hole. Wiping the booty hole is apparently gay because your hand gets too close to your booty hole, and that's gay. And my god, the rabbit hole for this is deep. Countless articles, tweets, Reddit posts, TikToks, YouTube videos. And you could say, but Francis, isn't this just a meme? These people have got to be joking. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I believe women, so I am going to believe at least most of these testimonials.
That motherfucker's not joking.
Guys, I don't even have a joke for this. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Do you guys not brush your teeth either because it's a hard object going in and out of your mouth? You know, this is how the plagues and shit spread hundreds of years ago, right? Though I will say, I kind of want a shirt or mug that says real men.
Sorry for the distraction. I love when my landlord texts me being like, you didn't send money for utilities, and I have to look through my fucking bank records and like find the thing and be like, I sent you this much on this day. Like, what do you mean? Check your fucking emails.
I have skid marks. Are you guys okay?
You have one fucking job and it's to take my money and you can't even fucking do that, right?
Here's Jesse Waters letting out more hot air than his wife slashed tires as he further elaborates on why straws are gay.
His excuse was, well, I was drinking a milkshake. Again, you shouldn't be drinking a milkshake.
Exactly.
Milkshakes are gay. What the fuck?
Exactly. Real men don't drink milkshakes with straws. They should be getting all that sweet, dripping cream in and around their mouth as much as possible. Right, Jesse? Next up, tweeting. Now, this might seem kind of silly, but I actually think this person has a point here. I think men who are actually active on Twitter are low-key gay. You see?
I mean, I'm not on Twitter anymore, but... hey, are they wrong? Are they wrong, really? At the end of the day, are they wrong?
Once upon a time, there was a glorious subculture on that site known as gay Twitter, which was so influential that it actually led some people to believe that it was its own app. Blue Sky is trying to be that app we all dreamed of, but it's currently far too oversaturated with liberals who do not get jokes. Now granted, the number of gay Twitter users has dwindled considerably ever since the takeover by a man whose body shape matches his car's, but that said, all of the people I know who are still on Twitter actively are gay. So, yeah, I could see that. Another sign you might be a homosexual degenerate is if you last too long in bed with a woman. Apparently, if you do anything besides slam it home in 3.8 seconds or less, you're just one straight bang away from cruising bathroom stalls at Mickey's WeHo. Y'all, this boy had sex with me for like a long-ass time, and I was turned off. Instantly thought he was gay. One time a girl thought I was gay because I was attentive during sex. I'm not even joking. I've had exes that literally seemed horrified at the implication that I wanted them to be more attentive during sex rather than just banging it out at their own pace. Not that I've been told not to do it, but I know a guy who refuses to eat because he says it's gay. To clarify, he believes eating is an act of sexual submission and only gay men are sexually submissive. This is utterly stupid. Have you ever even tried merely suggesting to a gay man that he should try eating? It's almost never a good reaction. Gay guys are simply going around and
Gay men over the age of like 45 are so fucking scared of eating pussy, which is so weird to me because gay guys my age are like, yeah, well fuck trans man, it doesn't matter, they're still men. Like, it's not a woman's pussy, that's a man's pussy I'm eating, and boy does it taste delicious. But you tell that to a gay guy who's like over the age of 50 and his mind fucking explodes. Cannot comprehend it one bit. It's like, but this is not gold star behavior, oh dear, oh no, oh heavens to Betsy. It's like, shut the fuck up and put your dick inside that guy's cunt.
Giving women the best sex of their lives to ruin it for all the straight guys with zero game. Fellas, is it gay to pleasure a woman? Here's another sign these people have never met a gay person in their entire lives. Ordering dessert. I know gay men who haven't eaten a single carbohydrate since they were 7 years old. And you think they're the only ones out here getting dessert? A guy ordering dessert on a date is a red flag for me. That's a female thing to do, for real. First off, my assumption...
We can't even have a little cookie? A little cake? A little creme brulee?
Would be that a guy is living large if he can afford to order dessert at the end of dinner. Secondly, it's just another stupid example of people conflating queerness with femininity. Have y'all ever considered that femininity isn't a bad thing? For people who are so obsessed that women constantly present themselves as hyper-feminine so as to avoid the fucking blue hair and pronouns and nose ring stereotype that you guys created in your minds. Why is being feminine then...
The women are trying to trick you. They're saying, oh, you can't have dessert, it's gay. Like, no, you just want all the chocolate cake to yourself, don't you? I see you.
Considered shameful. Oh, right. It's because it is shameful to be a woman, right? Of course. I should have known. What an incredible hellscape you people have created for yourselves. This next one is also backed up by science. Fruity drinks. A vodka company surveyed about 1,500 Americans and found that 74% of millennial men like fruity drinks, but 63% of them wouldn't order one in public. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret, and it's one of the ways I entertain myself while in college. I would go to this bar in Orange, and it was like a bar, like a man's man bar. And since there was security everywhere, I would go to this bar, order a Cosmo, and just observe the wide range of reactions around me. It was actually pretty incredible. Like, I found a way to upset complete strangers without causing anybody physical or emotional harm whatsoever. Highly recommend it, especially if you go dressed in a trench coat like I would sometimes. That said, this also reminds me of that Kids in the Hall sketch where Dave gets so addicted to fruity drinks that they ruin his life. This is my very long-winded way of saying, yeah, I could see that. You might not have seen this one coming. Airbags! Like the ones in cars. No airbags. We die like real man. Gen X really is never beating the lead poisoning allegations. What if an airbag kills you? That happens too, you know. Oh, you mean you were killed by a soft, pillowy, blown up cloth, you queermo? Make seatbelts gay too. Nothing gayer than men in tight straps, am I right? I am once again asking you guys if you're...
Not wrong.
Okay. Coming
Seatbelt, that's bondage. Sounds queer.
up on our last few entries here. This next one is carrying an umbrella for when it's raining men, of course. I think umbrellas are only gay if you're holding them like a parasol, which I always do because why shouldn't I be the diva I was born to be at all times? I'm also in California and I work from home, so using an umbrella is a very special occasion for me. Am I part of the problem when I say, yeah, I could see that? Here's human mothball Jesse Waters giving his final words on what counts as manly or not.
You don't eat soup in public.
Eating soup in public. You sure do have a strange obsession with what men do with their lips and legs, Jesse. And I know there's a stray MAGA in the comments who's gonna be like, he's just making a joke. Okay, sure. He does have Greg Gutfield in the room with him in this clip, so clearly he had a solid comedy coach on the set.
Well, his nickname's Tampon. No real man has a nickname like that. Well, that's what it is. I'm sorry. I didn't make it up. He wants them in boys' bathrooms.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Damn, Jess, you got the whole squad laughing over here. And I'm sure one of you will accuse me of editing out any laughter emitted after that killer set. So by all means, go watch the original video for yourselves. I wouldn't do another comedian dirty like that. Anyway, Rich, coming from you, buckaroo. I only saw one example of this next one, but for some reason, it made me laugh so hard hard that I simply had to include it. Broke a guy's jaw in high school. Sent him a get well card while he was in the hospital. He called me gay for sending the card. On accident or on purpose? Because sending someone a get well card after intentionally breaking their jaw is a power move. Break his jaw again and send him a no homo card. Is this not an example of the male dominance or whatever the hell you people keep waffling on about? Make up your minds, guys. That said, I'll say, yeah, I could see that for this example because it's badass. And so are we!
That
Fellas,
is
it gay
hilarious.
to not get cancer? Because sunscreen is even gayer, apparently. No joke, Australia had to spend a huge amount of money on a media campaign to persuade people about the need to use sunscreen. Somebody called me gay for doing that too. I didn't realize as a hetero I was supposed to die of skin cancer. My boss refuses to wear sunscreen because it is for gays. I'm gay and I wear sunscreen because skin cancer is for straight men. This, along with other examples like the airbags and any other safety precautions, are proof that toxic masculinity could literally kill you. And finally, sex with women. Yep, we have truly come full circle. It wasn't gay enough to be attracted to women. Simply, having sex with a woman is the ultimate way to tell the world just how starved you are. Any man who has an obscene amount of sex with a high number of women consistently over years is a potential undercover gay man. Being a nympho-deviant is the gateway to homosexuality. It's why a lot of these rappers are gay. Eventually you get so tired, you begin to explore. Fellas, I'm not gay. I just...
Sir? These men are just making up excuses for why they don't get laid. Actually having sex with beautiful women is gay. You're gay actually if you have sex with beautiful women. Like, my brother in Christ. Go outside.
Ran out of women to bang. I think Andrew Tate made a similar statement, but somehow even stupider. Look, fellas.
What the fuck is happening?
I have a solution for you. Go have sex with men. You don't even like women. They certainly don't like you. It is truly a win-win for everybody across the board if you just did it nasty with your buddy Dave for once. There's a reason gay means happy. Openly gay people don't saddle themselves with this shit and live miserable lives. Just go have sex with men. Be free. Because apparently there's nothing that can make you look more gay than having sex with women. I know this was meant to be a fun and silly video, and it is, but jokes aside, gentlemen out there watching this, these so-called masculine standards are not real. The fact that so many men feel shame for simply enjoying things speaks to a much larger issue. These fears and paranoias are entirely rooted in misogyny, homophobia, and transphobia. These so-called men who perpetuate these beliefs and make a living grifting off of it are not on your side, never have been, and never will. So, men out there, please take care of yourselves. Open up to your loved ones. Don't be afraid to show vulnerability, as scary as that can be. Be kind to yourselves, and in turn, you will be kind to others. And remember, the only thing more manly than showing compassion is having sex with another man. What? You wanted to know how to be a real man. I'm telling you. Don't shoot the messenger on this one. Happy Pride, everyone. Overdramatic Baddie says, "Yas, love you, Coke Francis. You are the supreme deity of the internet. I bow before you. Please release me from the dungeon, your highness. I've resorted to licking the mildew off the walls to keep from starving to death." The door is open. You just need to get out of the shackles. I can't help you with that. That's on you. That's a you problem. Abby Tater Tot says, "Coke Francis and her daughter Leo need to go to JCPenney for an awkward family photo shoot." Ragno Maneuver 4710 says, "I mean this with love. You look like if Chucky's son went woke and decided to become a they-them barista at Starbucks serving only 3 flavors of iced coffee because pride. You too."
I think that's a compliment.
Who could be featured in the next video? Leave a comment below. I will pick my favorite ones and give you a shout out next time, but if you'd like to guarantee your name being featured at the end of every video, please consider joining my Patreon. If you join any of the membership tiers that are conveniently named after Fallout protagonists, your name will be featured at the end of every video. You might also get other cool stuff like access to my Discord, behind the scenes content on how I make my wigs, ad-free and uncensored versions of my videos. So if you love my content and my drag, you can support this channel directly by clicking the link to my Patreon in the description box. If you would like to see me simp for my favorite game characters and get visibly frustrated in real time, please follow me on Twitch. And if you'd like to see even more of my clown mug elsewhere, please consider following me on Instagram or Threads or Blue Sky. My handle for all of the above is @QueenCokeFrancis. If you enjoyed this video and you haven't done so already, please plan a boys' night with the fellas. And when things inevitably start to get hot and spicy, if anyone starts to question their sexuality before a long night of beautiful lovemaking, shift to the topic at hand by going ahead and unzipping your pants and dick slapping those like and subscribe buttons as hard as you can. Thank you again to Aura for sponsoring this video, and thank you so much to all of my patrons and subscribers who have helped my channel get where it is, and of course, as always, until next time. God, these are so cute.
I mean, I guess that explains some things, doesn't it? Oh well. You live and you learn, really. We found out why. I'm sleepy. I think I'm gonna take a break for a minute, then restart the stream over on Twitch. So hop over there if you want to see me in like 10 minutes after I get a snack. Alright.